Hey everyone, it's Tristan with Yak Performance here. So I found out why the PTO engagement wasn't working. So this thing's equipped with an E-Hydra shift from Muncie. And what I found out with a little bit of digging in is, first of all, this motor is electronically actuated, kind of like a transfer case motor. So when it goes both ways. So it can be the polarity reverses depending on how you push your rocker switch. All right. So when you want it to engage, it'll push this shift fork forward and engage the PTO. When you go the opposite way, it'll go backwards. It also has a manual plunger. If you had an issue and you were on the road, you can pull this plunger backwards manually. If it was engaged and you couldn't get it to re-engage, you push it forward. What I did, first of all, is there's fluid in here, okay? There's hydraulic fluid, E-Hydra shift, makes sense, right? I pulled the original screws out and they were leaking. So what was happening is this motor was losing all its fluid and there was only a teeny tiny bit of black fluid left in it. So what I did is pulled everything out, took some hydraulic fluid in a syringe and started feeding it in, pushing out all the old black and metallic fluid. And then I put fresh new in. I also noticed once I did that and powered it back up, it was still seeping from the original screws in here. So what I did is I had a tap that was, I think it's M7. I tapped it. It's just slightly bigger than what they had in it. There was a finer thread because they had a coarse thread. Let me see here. They had a coarse thread and these little rubber washers. So what I did is I used some of my nice stainless steel screws with my own little rubber washers, and now when I actuate it, let's do it the other way now. Switch our leads around, okay? And you'll see what it does. Let me get back a little. See? And then when you would do your switch the other way, I'll just change my leads real quick. Let me get it hooked on here. All right. And you see now it's not seeping fluid. Nobody had any videos on these E-Hydra shifts, so now we're going to do it again. We're going to go the opposite way. Ready? And that's engaged. And the guy was saying you have to hold the switch for a minute at a time. It's because there was no fluid and the thing wasn't able to engage. So I'll get this thing put back on and we're not leaking anymore out of our holes before it was pouring out, and this thing will be ready to rock. It's got a big hydraulic system. Let's see here. It's got a hydraulic. I got the bed moved back right now. It's got a good reservoir in here. I was going to change the fluid, but it really didn't look too bad when I pulled the filter off and looked at it. One other thing I noticed, the guy only had half the bolts in. There's 4 bolts out of the 6, so I'm going to put all 6 bolts in, get this mount up, and I'll do a demonstration once it's on.